My stepmother threw out everything my late mother left me, but had no idea what I found hidden in her closet. Have you ever discovered that the person who destroyed your world was hiding proof of their own destruction? My mother died when I was 11, and the last thing she told me was that she'd always be with me through the memories we made. She left behind photo albums, handwritten birthday cards for every year until I turned 18, a jewelry box with her engagement ring, and a quilt she'd sewn from my baby clothes. Those items were my entire connection to her. My father remarried 2 years later. Diane seemed nice at first, the kind of woman who smiled too much and called me sweetie in a voice that felt rehearsed. Within 6 months, she'd redecorated our entire house. My mother's touches disappeared one by one. The yellow curtains she'd picked out, gone. Her recipe cards thrown away. The garden she'd planted paved over for a patio Diane never used. But the photos were what broke me. I came home from school one Tuesday to find my mother's albums missing from my bookshelf. I tore my room apart looking for them. When I asked Diane, she didn't even look up from her magazine. I donated some old things to make space. Your room was getting cluttered. I was 14 years old, screaming and sobbing while my father stood there saying nothing. Diane told him I was being dramatic. She said it wasn't healthy for me to cling to the past. She said I needed to move forward and accept her as my real family now. The birthday cards were next, then the jewelry box, then the quilt. Each time Diane had an excuse. She was cleaning. She was organizing. She thought I'd outgrown those things. My father believed her every single time, or at least pretended to. By the time I turned 16, I had nothing left of my mother except my own fading memories. Diane's daughter Christy moved in when I was 15. She got my mother's old sewing room as her bedroom while I stayed in my cramped space next to the garage. Christy got a car for her 16th birthday. I got a lecture about being grateful for what I had. Diane made it clear every single day that I was a guest in my own home, tolerated but never truly wanted. I left for college at 17 with a scholarship and 2 suitcases. I didn't come back for holidays. I didn't call on birthdays. I built a life completely separate from them, became a paralegal, then put myself through law school at night. 10 years of grinding until I passed the bar and joined a family law firm. Last spring, my father had a stroke. He survived but needed full-time care. Diane called me for the first time in 6 years, suddenly warm and friendly. She said she'd always loved me like her own daughter. She said that the family needed to stick together. She said my father was asking for me. I flew home to help sort out his affairs and medical decisions. Diane had let the house fall apart. Peeling paint, leaky roof, dead lawn. My father looked 20 years older than he should have. While Diane was at the hospital one afternoon, I went looking for his insurance documents in their bedroom closet. That's when I found the box. Hidden behind winter coats and old shoes was a plastic storage container with my mother's handwriting on the label. Inside were all the birthday cards she'd written me, still in their envelopes, the jewelry box with her engagement ring. Folded neatly at the bottom was my baby quilt. Diane hadn't donated anything. She'd stolen what my mother left me and hidden it for years. I took photos of everything. Then I called my firm. My father's stroke had left him unable to manage finances. Someone needed power of attorney. Diane assumed it would be her automatically. She didn't know I'd already filed a petition documenting her history of financial decisions, including the $40,000 she'd drained from my father's retirement account for Christy's wedding. I presented the evidence calmly. The judge granted me full authority over his care and assets. Diane was furious. She threatened to contest it. I showed her the photos of my mother's hidden belongings and explained that I could pursue theft charges for items that were legally left to me in my mother's will. She went very quiet after that. I moved my father to an assisted living facility near my apartment where I visit him twice a week. I used his accounts to pay for his care and nothing else. Diane had to sell the house to cover her own debts.